The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Have you ever felt like no one truly understands your dreams? Like you're standing alone against the world, trying to build something that only you can see? It's a feeling many of us experience, wanting support, encouragement, or just someone to believe in us. But what if I told you that the most powerful success is the one you create on your own? We live in a world that constantly tells us we need a team, connections, and validation from others to succeed. And yes, having a support system is valuable. But there's a deeper truth. Real strength, real transformation, and real success come when you take full responsibility for your goals and achieve them through your own determination, discipline, and effort. Because when you succeed on your own, you don't just reach a goal, you build unshakable confidence, resilience, and self-mastery. You prove to yourself that you have everything it takes to create the life you want. And that feeling, that's something no amount of external support can ever replace. So if you're tired of waiting for approval, if you're ready to take control of your future, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to show you why achieving your goals alone is the most powerful thing you can do. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I take you on a journey of self-discovery, inner strength, and the mindset that will make you truly unstoppable. Let's dive in. Number 1, the power of achieving goals alone. What does it truly mean to achieve your goals alone? Society often paints a picture of success as a collective effort, teams, mentors, family, and friends, all playing a role in helping you reach your dreams. While there is no denying the value of support, the deepest sense of accomplishment comes when you push through obstacles, fight your own battles, and stand victorious on your own terms. True success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about who you become in the process. The reality is, no one will ever want your dreams as much as you do. No one will wake up every day with the same fire in their heart, the same hunger for progress, or the same relentless desire to turn those dreams into reality. People may cheer for you, encourage you, or even guide you. But in the end, it's your journey. If you depend on external validation or constant support, you risk losing momentum the moment those sources disappear. That's why learning to stand on your own is the most powerful skill you can develop. History is filled with individuals who achieved extraordinary success through their own effort, determination, and resilience. Take Albert Einstein, for example. He spent years working alone on his theories while the world dismissed him. His discoveries didn't come from group discussions or constant validation. They came from hours of deep, independent thinking. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter in solitude, battling rejection after rejection before proving the world wrong. These people didn't wait for permission or depend on a team to lift them up. They believed in themselves and kept moving forward, no matter how lonely the journey seemed. When you rely on yourself to achieve success, you gain an unshakable confidence that cannot be broken by setbacks or external opinions. You develop mental toughness, the ability to keep going even when no one is watching. You build self-discipline because there is no one else to hold you accountable. Most importantly, you become the kind of person who doesn't wait for opportunities, but creates them. Achieving your goals alone doesn't mean rejecting help entirely. It means understanding that the ultimate responsibility for success is yours. It means embracing the discomfort of solitude, the weight of difficult decisions, and the pressure of standing firm when everything seems uncertain. These moments are what separate those who achieve greatness from those who remain stuck in the cycle of dependency and doubt. So ask yourself, how much of your progress is dependent on others? Are you waiting for someone to push you forward, or are you taking control? Because here's the truth. The most successful people in the world are not those who had the most help, but those who learned how to stand alone, work in silence, and trust in their ability to succeed without relying on a safety net. When you finally reach that goal you've been chasing, when you look back and realize you built it all from the ground up, through your own sweat and determination, the sense of pride and fulfillment will be unmatched. You will know, deep in your heart, that you did it, not because someone else carried you, but because you had the courage to walk the path alone. This is the power of achieving goals alone. It is not just about proving the world wrong. It is about proving yourself right. Number 2, the journey of self-discovery and growth. Achieving your goals alone is not just about reaching success. It is a journey of self-discovery, a process of personal transformation that reshapes who you are. The moment you decide to rely on yourself, you step onto a path that forces you to confront your fears, test your limits, and unlock hidden strengths you never knew you had. While this journey is challenging, it is also the most rewarding because it leads to a kind of growth that no amount of external help can provide. One of the most profound aspects of working toward your goals alone is that it pushes you into deep introspection. When you don't have others constantly giving you direction or motivation, you are forced to listen to your own inner voice. This is where true self-awareness begins. You start questioning your beliefs, your habits, and your mindset. Are they helping you move forward, or are they holding you back? Without external noise influencing your decisions, you learn to trust your instincts and refine your vision of success. You begin to realize that everything you need to succeed, discipline, resilience, creativity, has always been inside you. It just needed to be awakened. Personal growth happens most when you step outside your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a dangerous place. It feels safe, familiar, and easy, but it also keeps you stagnant. The moment you take on the challenge of achieving your dreams alone, you are forced to deal with discomfort. Whether it's the fear of failure, the loneliness of working in silence, or the self-doubt that creeps in when things get tough, each challenge is an opportunity to grow. The discomfort you feel today is shaping the stronger, wiser, and more capable version of you for tomorrow. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer of strength, proving to yourself that you are capable of handling anything life throws at you. One of the biggest transformations that happen on this journey is the shift in your mindset. Many people believe success is about luck, talent, or external factors beyond their control. But when you achieve your goals alone, you realize that success is about mindset. It is about having the mental toughness to keep pushing forward, even when progress feels slow. It is about seeing setbacks as lessons rather than failures. Every time you fall and get back up, you are rewiring your brain to be more resilient, more determined, and more adaptable. This is the mindset that separates those who succeed from those who give up. Take the example of Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had relied on external validation. If he had needed someone to reassure him every time he failed, he would have never reached his goal. Instead, he embraced the journey of self-discovery, learning from each failure, refining his methods, and ultimately proving that perseverance is the key to success. His journey was not about one big breakthrough, but about continuous learning and growth through repeated failures. As you navigate the path of self-discovery, you will also develop an unshakable work ethic. When you work alone, there is no one to remind you to stay on track, no one to motivate you when you feel tired, and no one to push you when things get difficult. You become your own boss, your own coach, and your own source of inspiration. This forces you to build discipline, the ability to stay committed to your goals even when you don't feel like it. And discipline is the true foundation of success. Beyond discipline, you will develop a stronger sense of self-trust. Many people seek approval from others before making decisions because they lack confidence in their own judgment. But when you walk this journey alone, you learn to trust yourself completely. You stop looking for validation from the outside world and instead rely on your own reasoning, experience, and intuition. This self-trust becomes one of your greatest assets, not just in achieving your goals, but in every area of your life. Another crucial lesson in this journey is learning how to embrace failure. When you work alone, failures can feel heavier because there is no one to share the burden. But this is a gift in disguise. It teaches you to take full responsibility for your actions. Instead of blaming circumstances or other people, you learn to analyze your mistakes, adjust your strategy, and keep moving forward. This habit of taking ownership of both successes and failures is what makes true leaders stand out. The truth is, personal growth is not a smooth, straight road. It is a messy, unpredictable, and sometimes painful process. But the transformation that happens along the way is worth it. The person you become after facing obstacles, overcoming self-doubt, and pushing beyond limits is someone far stronger than the person who started the journey. And that transformation is something no one can ever take away from you. By the time you achieve your goal, you won't just have success. You will have developed a mindset, a work ethic, and a level of self-confidence that will carry you through anything in life. You will have proven to yourself that you don't need approval, permission, or constant support to achieve greatness. You are capable of doing it on your own. So embrace the journey of self-discovery and growth. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because in the end, success is not just about what you achieve, it's about the person you become along the way. Number 3, breaking free from limiting beliefs. One of the biggest obstacles standing between you and success is not a lack of resources, intelligence, or even opportunity. It is your own mind. The beliefs you hold about yourself, your abilities, and what is possible shape your reality. If you believe that success is only for the lucky, that you're not talented enough, or that you need constant support to move forward, you are already setting yourself up for failure. The good news? These beliefs are not permanent. They are learned, and anything learned can be unlearned. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is one of the most critical steps in achieving your goals alone, because once your mind is free, there are no barriers left, only challenges to overcome. Limiting beliefs often come from childhood, past experiences, or societal conditioning. From a young age, we are told what we can and cannot do. Some of us grow up in environments where success seems like something only other people achieve. We hear things like, be realistic, that's too risky, or you're not talented enough for that. Over time, these messages become internalized, and without realizing it, we begin to impose limitations on ourselves. Instead of seeing opportunities, we see roadblocks. Instead of taking action, we make excuses. But the truth is, these beliefs are just thoughts, not facts. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Many of them were told they would never amount to anything. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because he was told he lacked creativity. Imagine if they had let those opinions define them. They didn't, and neither should you. They broke free from the limitations that others placed on them because they chose to believe in themselves rather than believe in doubt. So how do you break free from limiting beliefs? The first step is awareness. You must identify the negative beliefs that are holding you back. Pay attention to the thoughts that cross your mind when you think about your goals. Do you hear a voice saying, I'm not good enough, I don't have the resources, or I'll probably fail? These are not truths. They are mental barriers created by fear. Write them down, challenge them, and replace them with empowering beliefs. For every I can't, replace it with I can find a way. For every I'm not smart enough, replace it with I can learn anything with enough effort. Reprogram your mind to work for you, not against you. The second step is to surround yourself with the right influences. You might be working alone toward your goals, but that doesn't mean you can't draw inspiration from those who have succeeded before you. Read books, listen to motivational talks, study the mindset of successful individuals. The more you expose yourself to stories of perseverance and triumph, the more you will start to believe that if they could do it, so can you. Another crucial step is to take action despite your doubts. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for confidence before they start. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. The more you push yourself to take risks, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. With every small win, your confidence grows, and those limiting beliefs start to fade. Fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in their limitations. They believe that failing means they aren't good enough. But failure is not a sign to stop. It's a sign to adjust. Every successful person has failed countless times before they got it right. The difference between them and everyone else is that they didn't let failure define them. They learned from it and kept going. One of the most empowering things you can do for yourself is to take full responsibility for your thoughts and actions. Many people blame their circumstances, their past, or other people for their lack of progress. But the moment you stop making excuses and start owning your choices, you reclaim your power. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. It's up to you to break free from the beliefs that are holding you back and create the life you want. It's important to remember that growth is uncomfortable. The process of changing your mindset and breaking free from old beliefs will not be easy. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and frustration, but discomfort is proof that you are growing. If it feels hard, that means you're on the right track. The only way to become mentally strong is to go through the struggle and come out stronger on the other side. So take a moment to ask yourself, what beliefs have been holding me back? What thoughts have I accepted as truth when they were really just fears? The moment you challenge those beliefs, they lose their power. And when you replace them with thoughts of confidence, possibility, and determination, your entire world changes. The reality is, the only limits you have are the ones you accept. If you believe you can, you will. If you believe you can't, you won't. Your success starts with your mindset. So choose to believe in yourself. Choose to break free from every doubt, every excuse, and every fear. Because the only thing standing between you and your goals is the belief that you can't achieve them. And the moment you let that belief go, nothing will be able to stop you. Number 4, inner strength versus external support. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that you need constant external support to achieve your goals. Society often teaches us that having a strong network, mentors, and a support system is essential for success. And while encouragement from others can be beneficial, relying too much on external support can become a weakness rather than a strength. True success comes from building inner strength, the ability to keep moving forward, regardless of who is cheering for you or who is absent from your journey. Think about it. What happens when the people you rely on disappear? What if your friends don't believe in your dreams? What if your family doesn't understand your vision? If you've built your motivation around their validation, then the moment they withdraw their support, your drive weakens. This is why inner strength is far more powerful than external support. It ensures that your progress is never dependent on others. When you develop the ability to push through struggles alone, you become unstoppable. You don't wait for motivation from the outside world. You generate it from within. Many of the world's greatest success stories are built on inner strength. Consider Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks. He grew up in poverty, and when he tried to introduce the idea of high-end coffee shops in the United States, countless people dismissed him. Investors rejected him, and even his closest friends doubted his vision. If he had depended on external encouragement, Starbucks would have never existed. Instead, Schultz believed in himself, relied on his own determination, and turned his dream into reality. His story is a powerful reminder that external validation is not a requirement for success. Self-belief is. So how do you develop inner strength? It starts with self-discipline. The ability to work toward your goals even when no one is watching is the foundation of true success. Many people find it easy to be productive when they have external pressure, deadlines from a boss, accountability from a friend, or rewards from others. But those who master their own discipline don't need external pressure to stay consistent. They show up for themselves every single day, even when no one is there to remind them. Self-discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving when motivation fades. And the only way to develop it is through consistent effort. Another key factor in building inner strength is emotional independence. This means learning how to deal with setbacks, rejection, and failure without needing reassurance from others. It's easy to keep going when people are encouraging you, but what happens when you face criticism or doubt? Those who are emotionally independent don't let external negativity define their worth. They acknowledge setbacks, but don't let them dictate their path. They understand that self-doubt is normal, but instead of looking for reassurance from others, they remind themselves of their capabilities. One of the most important aspects of inner strength is the ability to stay committed to your vision, even when no one else sees it. Many people abandon their goals simply because they don't receive enough support. They take silence as rejection and doubt as proof that they should give up. But successful people understand that belief comes before proof. When Steve Jobs was working on Apple in his garage, no one could see what he saw. When Elon Musk invested all his money into Tesla and SpaceX, people called him crazy. But they didn't need approval from the world. They only needed their own conviction. The truth is, most people won't understand your vision because it's not theirs to see. That's why it's crucial to trust yourself more than you trust the opinions of others. If you constantly seek validation, you will always be vulnerable to doubt. But if you develop the habit of trusting your instincts, you will gain an internal foundation that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. There's also a hidden danger in over-reliance on a support system. While encouragement is helpful, it can also create a false sense of security. When people always have someone to fall back on, they may not push themselves as hard as they could. They may hesitate to take risks because they feel comfortable in their current situation. But those who have no backup plan, no safety net, and no guarantees are often the ones who go the farthest. When you remove the option of relying on others, you give yourself no choice but to succeed. That being said, this does not mean you should reject support altogether. There is nothing wrong with having mentors, friends, or family members who encourage you. The key is to see them as a bonus, not a necessity. Their presence should enhance your journey, not determine it. The most powerful support system you can ever have is the one you build within yourself. A great way to strengthen your inner foundation is through mental resilience exercises. This can include practicing self-discipline, pushing through discomfort, and training your mind to stay focused despite distractions. One practical way to do this is by setting personal challenges that force you to rely on yourself. For example, setting a goal that requires daily effort without external accountability. This could be waking up at 5 a.m. to work on your project, committing to a fitness goal without a trainer, or starting a business without waiting for outside investment. These experiences build inner strength because they teach you how to keep moving forward without permission or validation. At the end of the day, inner strength is the difference between those who wish for success and those who create it. The world is full of people who start strong but give up the moment things get tough. The ones who make it to the finish line are the ones who learned how to stand alone. They don't rely on hand-holding, constant motivation, or perfect conditions. They rely on their own unwavering self-belief. So take a moment to reflect. Are you waiting for external support to push you forward, or are you developing the kind of inner strength that will carry you no matter what? Because the day you stop depending on others and start believing in yourself is the day you truly become unstoppable. Number 5. The legacy of self-mastery. True success is not just about achieving your goals. It is about mastering yourself in the process. Self-mastery is the ultimate form of success because it means you are in control of your mind, emotions, and actions, regardless of external circumstances. While many people chase wealth, fame, or status, the ones who achieve long-term greatness are those who master themselves first. This is the legacy of self-mastery, building a level of discipline, resilience, and self-trust that carries you not just to one victory, but to a lifetime of achievement. The journey to self-mastery begins with understanding that you are your own greatest challenge. The battles you fight are not just against external obstacles, but against your own fears, doubts, and limitations. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck. It is the ability to control their thoughts and emotions, to push forward even when things feel impossible, and to remain disciplined when motivation fades. When you master yourself, nothing can stop you, because you no longer depend on external factors to keep going. Look at the most successful individuals in history, and you will see that self-mastery is at the core of their greatness. Bruce Lee, for example, was not just a martial artist, he was a philosopher of discipline, constantly training his mind and body to be in perfect harmony. He understood that the greatest enemy is not the opponent in front of you, but the doubts within you. He once said, "Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do." This mindset of relentless self-improvement is what set him apart. Similarly, Leonardo da Vinci was a master of many disciplines, not because he was born gifted, but because he cultivated an insatiable curiosity and a tireless work ethic. He didn't wait for the right opportunities or the right mentors. He sought knowledge on his own, studied human anatomy by dissecting corpses, filled notebooks with ideas that were centuries ahead of his time, and trained his mind to see possibilities where others saw limitations. His legacy is not just his inventions or paintings, but the example he set of what a human being is capable of when they dedicate themselves to mastery. So what does self-mastery look like in everyday life? It means developing habits that align with your goals, staying consistent even when progress is slow, and pushing past discomfort without waiting for external motivation. It means having the discipline to wake up early to work on your dreams, the resilience to face setbacks without losing momentum, and the awareness to control your thoughts instead of letting them control you. Every time you choose discipline over laziness, focus over distraction, and persistence over giving up, you are training yourself for long-term success. One of the greatest lessons in self-mastery is understanding that success is not a one-time achievement, but a continuous process. Many people set goals, reach them, and then stop growing. But true masters never stop improving. They know that complacency is the enemy of greatness. The moment you think you've made it is the moment you start declining. This is why the most successful people in the world, from elite athletes to billionaire entrepreneurs, never stop learning, training, and refining their skills. They understand that mastery is a lifelong journey. Another key aspect of self-mastery is emotional control. Many people let their emotions dictate their actions. They only work hard when they feel motivated. They only stay disciplined when things are easy, and they give up when they feel discouraged. But those who master themselves understand that emotions are temporary and actions must be based on long-term vision, not short-term feelings. A self-mastered person doesn't wait to feel like working hard. They do it anyway. They don't let frustration, fear, or doubt stop them. They acknowledge these emotions, but refuse to be controlled by them. One of the biggest advantages of self-mastery is that it builds an unshakable foundation for success. When you master yourself, you become independent, not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. You don't rely on motivation from others, external validation, or ideal conditions to succeed. You create your own drive, your own standards, and your own momentum. This makes you unstoppable, because no matter what challenges come your way, you have built the discipline and resilience to keep going. It is important to recognize that self-mastery is not about perfection. It is about progress. No one has perfect discipline all the time. No one is immune to doubt or fear. But those who commit to self-mastery make the conscious choice to keep improving, even when they fail. They do not let one bad day turn into a bad week, or one mistake define their entire journey. They get back on track, learn from their setbacks, and keep moving forward. So ask yourself, are you mastering yourself? Or are you letting your emotions, fears, and excuses control you? Are you waiting for the right conditions, the right support, or the right motivation? Or are you taking full responsibility for your growth and pushing yourself to improve every single day? The truth is, self-mastery is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. It is the difference between those who achieve lasting success and those who stay stuck in cycles of inconsistency. It is not something that happens overnight, but something that is built one decision at a time. The decision to wake up early, to stay disciplined, to push through discomfort, and to keep improving no matter what. And here's the most powerful thing about self-mastery. Once you have it, no one can take it away from you. Money can be lost, opportunities can disappear, people can walk away, but the discipline, resilience, and self-trust you build through self-mastery will stay with you forever. It becomes a part of who you are. And that is the greatest legacy you can leave behind. Not just the things you achieve, but the person you become in the process. So commit to mastering yourself. Commit to showing up for your dreams every single day, no matter what. Because the greatest success is not found in trophies, titles, or external rewards. It is found in becoming the person you were always meant to be. Number 6, overcoming adversity and becoming unstoppable. Adversity is the one thing that every successful person has in common. No matter how talented, intelligent, or hardworking someone is, they will face challenges that test their limits. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who give up is how they respond to adversity. Do they let it break them, or do they use it as fuel to become stronger? The truth is, the road to success is never smooth. It is filled with failures, setbacks, rejection, and moments of doubt. But the ones who learn to push through, who refuse to be defeated by obstacles, become truly unstoppable. Many people see adversity as a sign that they are on the wrong path, but the most successful individuals know that adversity is not a reason to quit. It is a test of strength. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to build resilience. Every failure is a lesson. Every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself that you are stronger than the circumstances around you. Instead of fearing adversity, embrace it. See it as the refining fire that shapes you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Most people would have given up after a few failures, but Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." This mindset is what separates those who reach the top from those who remain stuck. The ability to reframe failure as part of the learning process is crucial in becoming unstoppable. Every successful person has failed, sometimes more than they have succeeded. The key is to see failure not as a stop sign, but as a stepping stone towards success. One of the greatest challenges in overcoming adversity is dealing with self-doubt. When things go wrong, it's easy to start questioning yourself. Am I really capable? Should I even be doing this? What if I fail again? These thoughts can be overwhelming, but they are also normal. The key is to not let them control you. Everyone, even the most successful people, experiences doubt. The difference is that they keep moving forward despite it. They don't wait for fear to disappear before taking action. They act in spite of fear. Another major barrier to overcoming adversity is external negativity. Many people fail because they allow the opinions of others to dictate their actions. Family, friends, colleagues, everyone will have an opinion on what you should and shouldn't do. Some will discourage you, not because they don't care, but because they don't understand your vision. Others may try to pull you down out of jealousy or their own fears. If you listen to every negative voice around you, you will never move forward. The only voice that matters is your own. So how do you build the resilience to overcome adversity? The first step is to develop a strong mindset. Train your mind to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. Every time you face a difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? Instead of dwelling on the problem, focus on finding a solution. The moment you shift your mindset from, why is this happening to me, to how can I use this to grow, everything changes. The second step is to take control of your emotions. Adversity often brings frustration, anger, sadness, or fear. While these emotions are natural, allowing them to consume you can weaken your ability to think clearly and take action. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a step back and analyze the situation logically. Ask yourself, is this truly the end, or is there another way forward? What can I do right now to improve this situation? The ability to remain calm and focused in difficult moments is what separates leaders from the rest. Another crucial step is building a habit of persistence. Many people quit not because they lack talent or potential, but because they simply stop trying. They give up after the first few failures, not realizing that success often comes just beyond the point where most people quit. The greatest rewards go to those who keep going when others stop. The more you train yourself to persist, no matter how hard things get, the more unstoppable you become. A powerful example of persistence is Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC. At the age of 65, he was broke, living in his car, and rejected over 1,000 times before someone finally agreed to invest in his fried chicken recipe. Most people in his position would have given up long before reaching that point, but he didn't. His story proves that adversity is not the end unless you let it be. It's also important to develop self-reliance in moments of difficulty. Many people fail because they wait for someone to rescue them. They think, if only I had more support, more resources, or more help, I could succeed. But waiting for ideal conditions is a trap. Successful people understand that no one is coming to save them. They must save themselves. They take responsibility for their lives, regardless of the obstacles in front of them. The final and perhaps most important step in overcoming adversity is to stay focused on your long-term vision. When challenges arise, it's easy to get caught up in short-term struggles and lose sight of the bigger picture. This is why you must constantly remind yourself of why you started in the first place. Write down your goals. Visualize your success. Keep a journal of your progress. The more you stay connected to your vision, the harder it will be for obstacles to break you. At the end of the day, adversity is not the enemy, it is the training ground. Every challenge you overcome makes you stronger, smarter, and more capable. Every setback teaches you something valuable. Every moment of struggle is preparing you for something greater. The only people who never face adversity are those who never take risks, never chase their dreams, and never step outside their comfort zones. And those people never achieve anything remarkable. So when life knocks you down, and it will, remember this, you are not a victim, you are a warrior. You are not here to give up, you are here to rise. The only way adversity can defeat you is if you allow it to. But if you choose to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. You are stronger than you think. Keep pushing forward. Keep believing, because the ones who refuse to quit are the ones who change the world. Number 7, changing the world through self-reliance. Achieving your goals alone is not just about personal success. It's about creating a lasting impact that inspires and influences others. The world does not need more people who wait for approval, who rely on constant validation, or who hesitate because they lack support. The world needs more individuals who are bold enough to take full responsibility for their dreams, who push beyond their limitations, and who prove through action that anything is possible. Self-reliance is not just a tool for achieving personal greatness. It is a force that can change the world. When you achieve success through self-reliance, you become an example of what is possible. People around you, whether they are friends, family, or complete strangers, witness your journey. They see the struggles, the failures, the persistence, and the triumphs. And most importantly, they realize that if you can do it, so can they. Your success becomes a beacon of inspiration for others who may be stuck in self-doubt, waiting for the right conditions, or seeking validation from others before taking action. History is filled with individuals who changed the world not because they had endless support, but because they believed in themselves when no one else did. Nikola Tesla worked in isolation for much of his life, yet his discoveries laid the foundation for modern electricity. Marie Curie conducted groundbreaking scientific research, often without the recognition or resources she deserved. Yet her work revolutionized medicine and physics. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company but returned years later to transform Apple into one of the most influential tech companies in history. These people did not wait for approval or permission. They created change through self-reliance, resilience, and a refusal to give up. The most powerful thing about achieving your goals alone is that it forces you to develop the kind of independence that makes you unstoppable. Many people in life remain stuck because they are waiting for the right time, the right connections, the right resources. But those who take full control of their lives and careers don't wait. They build it, they create opportunities where none exist. They adapt, pivot, and find ways forward even when the odds seem impossible. One of the most important lessons of self-reliance is learning that your success is your responsibility and yours alone. No one owes you anything, not success, not encouragement, not even belief in your abilities. Many people waste years waiting for someone to recognize their potential, to offer them a shortcut, or to provide the support they think they need. But the truth is, no one is coming to rescue you. If you want to change your life, you must be willing to take action, even when no one believes in you. There is immense freedom in realizing that you don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need approval from your family. You don't need your friends to understand your vision. You don't need the world to tell you that you're good enough. The only thing you need is the willingness to show up every day and do the work, regardless of who is watching. Self-reliance also gives you resilience, the ability to withstand failures and setbacks without losing momentum. Many people give up the moment they face difficulties because they expect success to be easy or linear. But those who build themselves from the ground up, without external hand-holding, develop the toughness needed to keep moving forward even in the face of rejection, failure, or hardship. They understand that obstacles are not dead ends. They are simply tests of persistence. Moreover, achieving your goals alone forces you to develop skills and knowledge that make you irreplaceable. When you don't rely on others to solve problems for you, you learn to solve them yourself. You develop creativity, adaptability, and resourcefulness, traits that not only lead to success, but also make you an asset to the world. You become someone who doesn't just follow trends, but creates them. You become someone who leads rather than waits to be led. And the impact of this kind of personal growth doesn't stop with you. It spreads. When people see someone who has built success through sheer determination, they are inspired to do the same. Think about the self-made entrepreneurs, athletes, scientists, and artists who started with nothing yet created extraordinary legacies. Their stories ignite a fire in others. They create a ripple effect of motivation, proving that self-reliance is not just about personal gain, but about empowering others to break free from their own limitations. The world does not need more people who simply exist, going through life waiting for opportunities. The world needs more individuals who create opportunities. It needs more leaders, innovators, and visionaries. People who are willing to step up, take control, and refuse to accept mediocrity. When you become one of those people, you don't just change your own reality, you change the reality of those around you. So if you are still waiting for someone to push you, to encourage you, or to make things easier for you, stop. Recognize that you have everything you need within you. The strength, the intelligence, the creativity, the resilience. It is all there. You just have to tap into it. You have to make the decision that no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how many people doubt you, you will not stop. And when you finally achieve your goals, when you look back at the journey you've taken, you will realize that the struggle, the hard work, the lonely nights, and the silent victories were all worth it. Because you didn't just reach a destination, you transformed into a person capable of achieving anything. The legacy of self-reliance is not just success. It is the ability to inspire others through your example. It is proving that greatness is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged, but for those who dare to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. So go out there and build your dream. Not because someone told you to, not because you have support, but because you owe it to yourself to see what you are truly capable of. And when you do, the world will take notice. Not because you asked for recognition, but because your success will speak louder than words. At the end of the day, achieving your goals alone is not just about success. It's about transformation. It's about proving to yourself that you don't need approval, permission, or constant support to create the life you desire. The most powerful thing you will ever realize is that everything you need, discipline, resilience, strength, already exists within you. You just have to be willing to tap into it, to trust yourself, and to take full responsibility for your journey. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect support system. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when all obstacles disappear and everything aligns in your favor. If you keep waiting, you will keep delaying your dreams. The only way to move forward is to start where you are, with what you have, and commit to the process no matter how difficult it may seem. Yes, the road will be challenging. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when doubt creeps in. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. And every moment you choose to push forward instead of giving up, you are building the kind of character that leads to unshakable success. Think about the person you will become by choosing this path. The version of you that doesn't wait for motivation, but takes action anyway. The version of you that doesn't fear obstacles, but welcomes them as opportunities for growth. The version of you that doesn't rely on external validation, but stands firm in self-belief. That person is already within you. You just have to commit to becoming them. So today, make a decision. Decide that from this moment forward, you will take full control of your destiny. That you will rely on no one but yourself to make your dreams a reality. That no matter how many times you fall, you will get back up. That no matter how many people doubt you, you will keep going. That you will prove, not to the world but to yourself, that you are capable of achieving anything, because you are. And when you finally reach that moment, when you achieve what once seemed impossible, you will look back and realize that the greatest victory was never about the goal itself. It was about the person you became along the way. The strength you built, the discipline you developed, the resilience you forged, that is the real success. So stop waiting, stop doubting, start building, start believing, start taking action. Your future is in your hands. Now go out there and make it happen.